A key component to my amazing strawberries is my strawberry rail system. You guys have been wanting to see it, so I'm going to show it to you. Also, and this will make more sense as you're watching, we built the rails up at the driveway, okay, and then carried them down here and installed them. Keep that in mind as you're watching. Folks, here's the entire section, 16-foot section of our strawberry rails. This is all made up of pressure-treated lumber, all right? We used 4x4s that were 10-footers and cut them in half to make 5-footers. And we used 2x4 8-footers and 1x2 8-footers. Like I said, all pressure treated. So the first thing we done was we built our T-base. And here's a profile view of our T-base. This is the actual T-base here. So what we done is this is a full 8 feet long. The base of the T is actually 8 inches shorter and it's centered up. This piece is centered up in this piece. And by doing that, you leave yourself a 4-inch lip on each end, okay? If you can see that. The reason you do that is so you can screw this lip into the two 2x4s that we've actually screwed into the 4x4, if that makes sense. Then we come back with the L brackets and we screw that in to kind of make it all secure. Now, before we move this whole apparatus, it is incredibly important that you square this thing up and secure it. So we took a framing square and we dropped it right there in that corner, okay? We got everything squared up. Then we came back with this 1x2 bracing and we tied it all together, okay? You've got to do that because if you don't, this thing's gonna sway on you and it's gonna get nasty, okay? So we had a brace here, we had a brace there, and a brace there, okay? We brought it out here, we laid it down on the ground, and then we marked where our holes were gonna be, and then we dug 1 foot deep holes, okay? So the poles are going to be 1 foot in the ground and 4 feet of the whole apparatus is sticking out of the ground, okay? That leaves it right about waist level picking, all right? By the way, this T-base is 19 inches from here to the top of that 4x4. It's kind of a big deal because we'll talk about it a little bit later. So let's get on to the second stage, hang tight. So once we got it all out here and got it in the ground, got it the concrete around, got everything settled, we came back, we took our 9-inch bracing here, when it's 10 inches from here to here, okay? And we took our bracing, we put it in then on each end, and then we took our 1x2s and we pre-drilled them, pre-drilled the holes in them, and then we screwed the actual, what we call the rail itself, to those end pieces, the braces, okay? So it leaves you a good rail system. That way you can drop 10 buckets in here just really easy, okay? Now, here's the deal. While we were talking about 10 inches, 19 inches, all that kind of thing, if you add drip irrigation to this, like I have here, then you're gonna need room to be able to pull in buckets out. That's why you want this positioning the way it is. So you'll be able to take it and do like that and get them in and out, all right? So that's the story behind this whole thing. Guys, I know I probably ran through it. You're probably gonna have a million questions. I'll be happy to answer them. If you'll just send them to me, you can direct message me or whatever you wanna do. That is it in a nutshell. And I know I blew through it. By the way, you're gonna need 2-inch deck screws when you're doing this stuff here. And your bracing, and then you're going to need 3-inch deck screws for actually putting 2x4s into 4x4s and all that sort of thing. So, and when you're actually mounting the top of your T-base to the bottom of your T-base, you're going to need 3-inch screws. Guys, I'll be happy to send you a parts list. Just direct message me if you're interested. Thank y'all for watching Rocky Pops Gardening. Like and follow. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.